InvestorIdeas.com podcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast looking at cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insights from thought leaders and experts. Today we're looking at announcements from Dixie Brands Incorporated, trading on the CSE as DIXI.U and the OTC as DXBRF. Khiron Life Sciences Corporation, trading on the TSXV Venture as KHRN and the OTCQB as KHRNF. Planet 13 Holdings Incorporated, trading on the CSE as PLTH and the OTCQB as PLNHF. And Agrios Global Holdings Incorporated Limited, trading on the CSE as AGRO and the OTCQB as AGGHF. But first, in a recent release from NORML, the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, lawmakers and regulators have signed off on new regulations explicitly permitting adults to consume cannabis at specialty licensed retailers. Under these new laws, which take effect April 11th, licensed cannabis retailers may apply with state regulators for an additional on-site consumption endorsement. Local governments may challenge the application in certain instances or initiate a municipal vote to limit on-site activities. It's anticipated that the initial on-site consumption areas may be approved by this summer. While some local municipalities such as Denver, Colorado, or West Hollywood, California, already regulate on-site consumption sites, Alaska is the first adult-use jurisdiction to establish such regulations statewide. When these rules go into effect, Alaska will be the first state to finalize and approve statewide rules for on-site consumption. We expect more to follow suit in the not-too-distant future, stated NORML Executive Director Aaron Altieri. Allowing social consumption is sensible for a business perspective, particularly for states with large amounts of tourists who otherwise have no place to legally consume, but it also has an important social justice component. By preventing retail outlets and other avenues from being licensed and regulated for social consumption, many patients will have to choose between effective cannabis treatment for their ailments or being thrown out of public housing. Altieri continued, "This causes the civil liberties that come with the marijuana legalization to still being kept at arm's length from low-income individuals and members of other marginalized communities." This news, like most cannabis legal reform, comes with some irony, as it was the state of Alaska who, on October 2015, charged cannabis activist Charlo Green with 10 felonies and 4 misdemeanors. The state said that Green sold marijuana to undercover officers in her downtown Anchorage clubhouse, and in 2 subsequent raids, police found more than 6 pounds of pot there. Green said at the time that the club was a community of medical marijuana cardholders and that the cannabis given to club members was donation-based. Green agreed in Anchorage Superior Court to a plea guilty and 1 count of misconduct involving a controlled substance in the 4th degree, a felony, according to court documents, and pay a $10,000 fine as well as forfeiting the items seized at the time of her arrest, though she'll serve no jail time. And also 3 other people, Rocky Burns and Larry Stamper, the owners of Discreet Deliveries, and Michael Kreitz, owner of Absolutely Chronic Delivery Co., still face charges for allegedly running marijuana delivery companies. Again, from the now state that is legalizing on-site consumption. So, moving on to Dixie Brands Incorporated, one of cannabis industry's leading consumer packaged goods companies, and Khiron Life Sciences Corporation, a vertically integrated cannabis leader with core operations in Latin America, have signed a definitive agreement relating to the joint venture the company has announced on January 30th of 2019. With the execution of the agreement, a new company called Dixie Khiron Junior Venture Corporation has been established, 50% owned by each of Dixie and Khiron. So the Dixie Khiron will take advantage of the complementary strengths of both companies to manufacture and distribute cannabis-infused products to the Latin American market. By combining Dixie's portfolio of more than 100 cannabis-infused products with Khiron's established footprint throughout Latin America, the companies aim to capture first-mover advantage and establish leadership in the region of 620 million people. In accordance with the agreement as well, Dixie will also manufacture and distribute Khiron's Quita brand of CBD-based cosmeceuticals in the U.S. Quita is expected to be broadly distributed and is expected to have a particular appeal to the growing U.S. Hispanic population, estimated to be at nearly 60 million. Next, we look at Planet 13 Holdings Incorporated, a leading vertically integrated Nevada cannabis company, who announced today that it has signed a purchase agreement with Mike Tyson's cannabis venture Tyson Ranch to be the exclusive launch partner of Tyson Ranch products in Nevada. The agreement also includes marketing appearances by Iron Mike at the Planet 13 Cannabis Entertainment Complex. Tyson Ranch products will be available on Superstore shelves on April 13th, with Mike Tyson attending the launch, offering autographs, pictures, and raffling memorabilia and prizes for Planet 13 customers. With thousands of consumers and cannabis aficionados from all over the world coming through our doors every single day, the Planet 13 Cannabis Entertainment Complex offers brand companies a unique venue to launch their brands and rapidly build a national and global reputation. We're honored that Mr. Tyson has chosen the Planet 13 Superstore for the Nevada launch of the Tyson Ranch and appreciate the opportunity to be the exclusive launch partner for this widely anticipated brand in Nevada, said Bob Groesbeck, co-CEO of Planet 13. With our Phase 2 expansion underway, we expect the Superstore's national and global reputation to continue to accelerate, making Planet 13 the perfect place to build a nationwide brand. Lastly, we look at Agrios Global Holdings Limited, who announced that it's received Depository Trust Company eligibility, making the company's stock more accessible to U.S. investors. The DTC is the largest securities depository in the world and facilitates electronic settlement of stock certificate transfers in the U.S. The securities of Agrios Global Holdings, trading under the symbol AGGHF in the U.S., are now eligible to be electronically cleared and settled through DTC and is therefore considered DTC eligible. We're excited that the company is deemed DTC eligible, providing U.S. investors further opportunities to participate in Agrios growth, said Chris Kennedy, CEO of Agrios Global Holdings. Agrios stock is now traded in Canada, Germany, and the U.S., and we are well positioned in both domestic and international markets to grow our strong global investor base. That's all for today's podcast. Podcast is now a certified word trademark on the blockchain through Cognate Incorporated CM certification. InvestorIdeas.com podcasts are also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and TuneIn. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded that all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment. Investor Ideas does not condone the use of cannabis except where permissible by law. Our site does not possess, distribute, or sell cannabis products.